hear your voice.
Thank you for joining the show. Thank you for joining another special edition of the show. We are now broadcasting live from the TWF studios on a beautiful Thursday afternoon. Let's be honest about that. You are now listening to the Wrestling Fans Podcast. I am your host, BangEm South Jason Fastkade, and along this ride is my illustrious co-host, the best in the world today. Do you understand what I'm telling you? The man, Trent Williams, the only guy that I know that is 3 likes away from getting Carly Gray on the show. More on that later. Trent, we had a lot going on this week, man. A lot going on, show-wise, off the show-wise. Are you ready, man?
I'm ready.
Dude, let's stop stalling and get right into the show. Let's start the show off with one of the shows that starts the week off, man. Let's talk about WWE Monday Night Raw.
So the biggest thing, I guess, that happened this week on Raw was the return of Braun Strowman and him pretty much destroying the Miztourage.
One of the best ending segments of Raw in a long time. But like I said, Raw is getting back to that whole aspect of, yeah, we got a 3-hour show, but make sure you watch the last 10 minutes or make sure you tune in at 10:59. That's all we really care about. I'm pretty sure there are some fantastic matches. I think we even had like the Finn Balor versus Cesaro, but
we had Alexa versus Mickey.
Dude, here's the thing. That was the main event.
But it wasn't the main event.
But I think we're getting to that point, man, where, correct me if I'm wrong, did the Attitude Era have main events when you were doing things like this?
What do you mean?
Like, would they... For instance, Alexa and Mickey technically was the main event. Now, I didn't watch all 3 hours of Raw. Send me your medication if you did. But the last match, I don't think was headlined as, hey, this is the main event. Yes or no?
Yeah, I think Kurt Angle actually said to Alexa that it was the main event.
Okay, well, and that's fine. But you didn't end the show there.
No.
You went to it
I guess it's a thing where they're supposed to kayfabe not know that Braun's supposed to show up.
Right. I mean, you had Alexa, like it's different if Alexa was involved with that whole Miz Braun thing, but you had Alexa just standing in the ring, posing like the show was ending. And then all of a sudden you had Miz and Braun. But like I said, they're getting back to that, hey, show up at 10:59 and watch what happens, because that's what's going to be on everyone's mind for the rest of the week. Dude, when he came out of the garbage can, the trash truck, or emerged in front of the trash truck, like coming out looking like Superman, that was awesome, dude. And then he just beat the crap out of the whole Miztourage. Yeah.
And I like how, like, for a minute, the Miztourage's doors were locked, and then all of a sudden they weren't locked. They could get out.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. I thought that was really cool. I didn't know if they were gonna run into the trash truck or if like the trash truck was gonna run into them.
Yeah, I didn't know exactly how it was going to happen. I knew it was Braun, but I didn't know what was going to happen there.
And of course, no one wants to touch Bo Dallas, so Curtis Axel took all the punch. Hopefully he's okay, but like the slams and the slams and the slams, and then ultimately to get picked up and carried to the Raw announce table and get slammed again.
Yeah,
he was in for a rough night.
Right. And I guess, so there was announced actually right before SmackDown came on that Braun Strowman has been added to the Raw team.
So who's our Raw team for the
Kurt Angle and Braun Strowman right now?
Oh, wow, it's only 2?
Mm-hmm.
And we're still planning what? Speak of the devil. We're still planning Miz versus Baron, right? IC versus US title.
Yeah.
Have you seen the back and forth with them, the not necessarily on-screen promos, but the Instagram, Twitter promos?
Yeah. Yeah.
What are your thoughts, man? I mean, I think these have gotten more exposure than a lot of them. Or, I mean, maybe people were just ranting on Twitter in text, but I haven't really paid attention to any Instagram promos or like Twitter video promos before.
Right. Yeah, I'd seen it, but I mean, it's interesting they have to do that stuff on social media instead of them actually letting them do it on the television, you know.
True. And I mean, maybe it grows organically that way. Like I said, just people going back and forth in text, not really paying attention to it, but
Right.
we're in the age now where you need to see it in order to believe it. And so having them do the video promos, I think helped, man, especially, let's be honest, I think it was a little boring with Baron Corbin, but when Miz shot back and, oh, wow, he used a curse word, I think that kind of set everything off.
Yep. But it's interesting that they're having that match because you would think with everything going on with Strowman and Miz that Miz would be put on Team Raw.
We still got a couple weeks left, man. I'm not really thinking that we're gonna have a Braun and Miz, a Baron Corbin and Miz match. Maybe they just find themselves in the Raw versus SmackDown Miz match. I think that would hype them up more. Yeah, I'm not really looking for a Miz Baron Corbin match, man. I'm just not.
Yeah, me neither. Well, we'll get to this on SmackDown, but we could have a Sin Cara versus Miz match.
No. Okay, yeah, we'll definitely get to Sin Cara on SmackDown. Sin Cara is my new favorite wrestler, and I will tell you why later. All right, so we got the men's match kind of set up. Are the women's match participants finalized?
No, for SmackDown they are, but for Raw right now we just have Alicia Fox and Nia Jax.
Okay, and Alicia is still the captain for some reason, right?
Right.
Okay, no big deal. We got the Usos versus the Shield, correct?
Right.
All right, so are we having a cruiserweight match?
They haven't announced it yet, but I would imagine there's probably going to be like a Team Enzo versus Team Kalisto match.
Okay, and given that, have you heard of the rumors of Hideo going to the cruiserweight division?
Yeah, I have. At first, I didn't think that was a good idea because I think he deserves better. And once he gets on that show, he'll never get off of it. But then somebody else said, that might be his only chance of even getting on the main roster, given all the injuries and stuff he's had.
Yeah, I definitely see your point there. The one thing I'm a little concerned about is, are we adding an additional layer to, getting on the main roster or basically getting on primetime Monday night, right? If you go through NXT, your next step for some or for most is to go to SmackDown. And then if you're hot enough, then you go to Monday Night Raw. With the height differential that a lot of the NXT guys have, it kind of makes sense to put him in that cruiserweight division, but you are limiting him. And, maybe he gets over like Neville did, but ultimately if you get stale, where do you go from there? Yeah.
I agree. And everybody in 205 really gets stale. I mean, the whole division kind of stale. So nobody really gets to shine too much, And then they're kept in that little bitty bubble of the cruiserweight division and never get to do anything else. That I think that was one of the reasons Neville walked out.
Yeah, I mean, if there's no way for you to move past that, like if Neville held on to that title, and he did hold on to it for a long time, if he held on to it and then, maybe he was the Survivor Series men's participant or something like that,
right?
Just something to give him a boost. I think that would, put him on the forefront as, hey, I'm out of 205. I'm like, take me seriously, I guess. It's, it's just a little weird just to run a division and then have nothing else to do.
Yeah. As far as the women goes, I was actually thinking that Nikki was going to win the title because I really can't see this Alexa versus Natalya thing happening.
Dude, we got some tricky matches for Survivor Series. Of course, we're doing Raw versus SmackDown, and maybe you have your fan favorites. Where is Survivor Series going to be held?
Houston, Texas.
No Texas guys are really down there.
No.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. I was thinking maybe you would get a crowd that's pro Texans or pro bad guys. But if you keep having a lot of your champions as heels, how are they supposed to get cheered or get booed? I guess why are we supposed to be interested in this other than Raw versus SmackDown? Maybe they do something different. Maybe they kind of heat things up a couple of weeks before. But you're right, man. Just You're just not interested in those champion versus champion matches.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like they had a better structure last year when they done the 3 elimination tag matches.
Yeah, definitely.
Instead of doing this champion versus champion thing.
Well, the ICUS thing got scrapped, right?
Right.
That one got scrapped. The women's match was just a women's match with the champions.
Right.
This one, well, you have more women this year too, right?
Yeah.
So I mean,
you got one less now.
Dude, I thought Emma got. I didn't think I wanted her contract to be up versus her getting fired, released, however you want to say it.
Right. Or at least like a mutual thing. I don't think she even saw it coming.
Yeah. Like reports are out there that Vince made the decision on Friday. Really was just waiting for the pay-per-view to be over with.
Yeah.
So,
which is interesting given she got in so much offense on Asuka.
Bingo, right? Like that's what furthered my suspicions that Sunday was her last day. She's gonna go out with a bang. She's not gonna carry away from Asuka, and she's gonna deliver a pretty good match, which the match was pretty good.
Yeah.
Now she's gone, and you get all this backlash from people, making jokes or defending her and all this other stuff. But she's gone, man. And at a time when you really you need more chicks. Unfortunately, you need more chicks. Paige is coming back sooner than later, I guess. Right. But you need more chicks, whether they come from the NYC, whether you bring in some jobber chicks, you need more females. And she was a very talented one.
Yeah, I mean, I thought, with this, I mean, she's been on TV more in the last month than she has probably her whole career. I thought they were finally, getting over the whole Emelina stuff, the heat she got for not wanting to take that on, and was finally actually going to get a, a little bit of a push. But as soon as I think that, they released her.
She was a tough, gritty girl. That Emelina thing didn't last long, and the whole Twitter back and forth with, hey, I'm not getting pushed or I'm not getting a shot, helped her in her favor. She had a prominent role on the show. But dude, when you pointed out that last Sunday or the TLC pay-per-view was her first singles pay-per-view appearance.
And last.
Like, that's tough to deal with, man. On the one hand, you actually finally got a shot, but that was your last shot. So good luck to Emma. Not really sure where females go on the independent scene, dude. Well, like, where would she go and like build a following?
You go to maybe Shimmer, Shine, go over to New Japan. I mean, not New Japan. Go over to Japan for Stardom. Those are the only ones I know of.
It's different, right? I mean, if you go there, will we ever hear from you again?
Probably not. I mean, maybe, but
and hopefully we will. But the outline or the timeline of other people doing that has not been successful. It just has not been successful. Maybe she goes to TNA and destroys everyone in TNA, and they finally bring her back. But if you're going somewhere out of state that we haven't heard of, or we don't really see a lot of YouTube highlights from, it's gonna be tricky, man.
Yeah. Although they did bring, a lot of the girls that were in the Mae Young Classic were from Shimmer and Shine.
Definitely. But they had to go through the NYC and back through NXT, right?
Right.
So, I mean, hopefully we don't have to wait for another NYC to see Emma again.
Yep. Yeah.
Did you shed a tear?
I did. I actually went through the roster, like the male roster and even the female roster. And there's if they need to let somebody go, there's at least 15, 20 names they could let go before they got rid of her.
What do you mean, 15 or 20 names?
Yeah, I mean, what the clones doing? Who needs the clones around? They're never going to do anything with them.
They're Puerto Rican. Maybe they do something in Puerto Rico. I don't know.
Well, they don't care about letting go of their only gay guy.
Who's their only gay guy?
Darren Young.
Oh, yeah, they let him. But they were never going to let him be gay.
Yeah, that's true. But still, from a PR movie, I mean, that don't seem like a smart choice to let the only person that we know of on that roster that represents that, that culture, that,
the only openly gay person on the roster was let go.
And they let him go.
But they're not going to expose that he would, they're not going to have him come. That's so weird because they have the Velveteen Dream thing. Goldust was way ahead of his time, but they were never going to let him do that, and he ultimately suffers for it.
Right. But even not even an on-screen thing. I'm just talking about as far as an ambassador for that, for WWE, for those, for the homosexual people,
True. I was looking at an article by Titus, and he was saying, man, he did more during his suspension than he had, when he was on TV. So you're right. There's so much more that they could do. and I don't know. Maybe they just dropped the ball on that one if he's not going to be on screen.
Yep. I mean, he wasn't that good in the ring or anything, but I mean, he could have done something.
No, Trent, sorry, I have to correct you on that. Darren Young wrestled, what was it, AJ Styles last January and had one of the best matches of the year.
Really?
He went against Roman Reigns this year. I think it was SummerSlam or the other pay-per-view. He's had a lot of matches, man. I mean, that the attitude adjustment that he does, and when he waves his hand in front of his face.
Oh no! I think you're thinking of John Cena. I get the confusion. I get the confusion.
I am. Sorry. I am. I needed the brightness on my TV adjusted. I thought I was looking at my bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we don't need him anymore. We got John Cena.
We also got to say goodbye to Summer Rae, who also hasn't been on TV in ages.
That one I thought could have been a contract release, but yeah, sorry to Summer Rae. She's gone too. They got rid of some people. I was surprised there wasn't more, because if this was a contract release thing, like, I don't think that you just say, Darren Young, you're fired. Summer Rae, you're fired.
Right.
But good luck to them.
Yep. But I did shed a tear for Emma. Pour one out for Emma.
Pour one out for Emma. That's what the man says. Like that. All right, dude. Are we done with WWE Monday Night Raw?
I believe so, unless you want to talk about that amazing trick or street fight between Slater and Rhino and Gallows and Anderson.
Hulu excuse, man. Tell me the Hulu excuse. I didn't get to see that.
Yeah, so we got our yearly Halloween centered match between Slater and Rhino and Gallows and Anderson, where they threw around pumpkins and put pumpkins on each other's head and all kind of shenanigans.
That's cool.
Although it was funny because Gallows and Anderson were dressed as their Southpaw regional wrestling characters.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What kind of reaction did they get?
Pretty much none.
Oh, man. I got to check up on that, man. Like, I think I saw season 1. I haven't seen season 2, but they got no reaction for that?
Not much, no.
Okay. All right. Where was Raw? It wouldn't even matter. They're not black. I was going to go the black card there, but dang, they got no reaction. That sucks.
Nah. And I guess the last two things we should talk about is the return of Samoa Joe and the return of Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah, man. We're getting into that season, aren't we? Now that Stephanie's back, we got Samoa Joe back. Things are really ramping up for January and April, but they add a different dynamic to the show, man. It keeps you interested in watching 3 hours. So
yeah. So does Joe make the Raw team?
I don't really see him getting a singles match, so you kind of have to. If the Shield are in that tag match, Roman's gonna come back from his infection. You kind of have to have them in there. I mean,
so we're looking at Angle, Braun, Roman, Joe, and somebody else.
Angle, Braun, Roman, and Joe.
Balor?
Yeah, gotta be Balor, I guess. Listen, and you hear me say it with no enthusiasm. No enthusiasm. Now, the Demon? Yeah. Huh?
They might let him be the Demon for this.
Yeah. Let him do something, man. Let him come out as a pilgrim or something. I don't, gotta do something. Gotta do something.
And Bray Wyatt has made his return on the UK tour. So do you think they go back to Sister Abigail Demon Balor thing?
Nah, and actually, now that you say that, I think this whole Mumps thing was a farce, just to get out of that whole Sister Abigail thing. That's done with, man. I mean, once you didn't have it at the pay-per-view and then he wasn't on Raw for 2 weeks, I guess. It's done. Like, there's no point in going back to that. I don't even think they do a Bray Finn feud again. They just go away from it. Just go away from it.
Yep. So that's all of Raw.
All right, let's move on to the Blue Brand, man. Fill me in on some of the happenings for. Oh, dude, we forgot to mention that the Blue Brand's general manager had the light shut out on him on Raw and got a choke slam by King.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. Yeah, and I was afraid we were going to get Bray Wyatt.
I thought we were going to get the Bludgeon Brothers.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
But instead, we got Kane. And instead of giving a handshake or like a no, yes, chant, Kane chokeslammed the hell out of him.
Of course not. Kane's the monster again. We're supposed to all be scared of him now.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't.
Me neither.
Wasn't he a mayor at one point? A councilman
Yeah,
or
he's supposed
something?
to be running for mayor. I don't
Okay.
know if they've had that election or. I guess that would be in November, though, wouldn't it? Well, this is November.
Yeah, this is November. So it's soon.
Yeah.
Corporate Kane, mayoral Kane. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing there. But yeah, so he gets beat down. And on SmackDown, what were the repercussions for that?
None really. Shane makes himself team captain of SmackDown.
Yeah, like oh yeah, but Daniel Bryan got beat up and we haven't heard from him. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if this will make it where Daniel Bryan's more on Shane's side now, where he agrees with what Shane did.
Yeah, I think you get that maybe next week or an all-out war with Raw and SmackDown. But before it was, I guess friendly competition. Yeah, we're gonna do Raw versus SmackDown, but you needed something.
Yeah.
And like we said last week, what was the reason for them doing that? Like a pay increase, a week off, like all the Raw superstars have to wash their clothes or something. Right. Now you get something to fight for, something to honor, which is cool. It's still a little corny, but it'll be cool to really see the blue brand fight for Daniel Bryan against the Raw brand. It'd be cool.
Yep. And then after that, we had Bobby Roode defeating Dolph Ziggler in a 2 out of 3 falls, as it was 2 falls to 1 to become the next SmackDown member, team member.
That 2 out of 3 falls match was simply, all right, I'll do it again. That 2 out of 3 falls match was simply
glorious.
Nicely done. It was cool, man. I think Dolph and Bobby Roode had an awesome match. It seemed like Roode pulled out a little bit more moves than he ever did in NXT.
Right. Did you notice that they did the second fall during the commercial break?
I was just gonna say that. Now, I don't think that's a good look.
Yeah, me neither.
I
didn't even see it happen.
I don't think that's a good look. Like you should I don't know, maybe you could have made that one of the last matches, but if you're gonna show the second fall in the last match, if you're gonna show the second fall during the commercial break, that sucks. I mean, that was a good match, man. I mean, you could have did it where like they do in NXT or no, dude. I'm not sure if you're watching SmackDown on the WWE network or not, but I know they instituted this thing where they're doing picture-in-picture commercial breaks now.
Right. Yeah.
They didn't even do that.
I think they did it for me.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, when I was watching it.
Okay. Yeah. I was watching it on a different platform. The next thing I know, after commercial break, hey, here's what happened in commercial. I'm like, what? So maybe that's a network thing. Maybe that's a subscriber thing. I don't know.
But even so, I mean, like, even if it's picture-in-picture, everybody knows nothing's going to happen during the commercial, during the match. They're going to wait till they come back. So why? I guess that's a way to make you pay attention during the commercial.
Basically, yeah.
That little bitty box.
Yeah. I mean, who was we'll have to go back and look at who the actual advertisement was for, but they really wanted you to pay attention. Like, no bathroom breaks. Nobody can take a bathroom break. If you need a beer, you got to sit down and wait for it. So that was just a different way of doing it. I didn't like it, but that's how they did it.
And they don't even do the whole split screen thing for all the matches. Like, some of the matches will go to commercial and they don't show the split screen.
So wait a minute, man. Yeah, help me out here, because I've seen the split screen, but I've also seen like the small screen, like you're looking at your phone and you minimize a video.
Right.
So what's the official stance for? Because now you basically have 3 options where you just go to a full commercial break.
Yeah.
Like, okay. I mean, what they just pull all 3 out of their butt? Is that what's
I reckon.
Okay. All right. Like, I'm a big sports fan. You know that. During a timeout, like a 30-second timeout, they'll do the split screen.
Yeah.
Because that's it's 30 seconds. You're not getting, what is the commercial? Maybe a minute 30, 2 minutes.
Right.
Like, you're not getting that. So I don't see why they couldn't have went split screen there, but it's weird, man. To go to a full commercial, split screen, small screen, there's no rhyme or reason to it.
Yeah, I agree. What they should have done is have little breaks between each fall, and take a commercial during one of those breaks, and when they come back, start the final fall.
True. Like that's what they did in
NXT.
NXT. Yeah, like that they had breaks. Back in the day, as soon as that first fall ended, somebody got rolled up for the second fall. I mean, that's just how it used
Which
to
I guess NXT is different because they don't have as many commercials. You just have like one, maybe two.
True. I mean, but even on a pay-per-view where there's no commercials, you still gave them a break. Like you still gave the competitor a chance to regroup and prepare for the second fall.
Yeah.
Bad booking or bad editing
Yes.
on the Blue Brands part. That didn't work. That just didn't work.
Nope. Next we have Sin Cara beating the shit out of Baron Corbin.
Wow. Wow. I gotta watch SmackDown again. First of all, Sin Cara is my new favorite WWE talent.
Okay.
You want to know why?
Why?
Did you know that Sin Cara has his own freaking shoe?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he has his own Reebok shoe. Now, it might not be his own Reebok shoe, but it's a WWE themed Sin Cara Reebok shoe. I don't know how you say all that in a mouthful. It's a Reebok classic. Not sure if you know about Reebok classics, but the front is, I think, red and the back is green, and it kind of splits on the Reebok logo, and then the tongue, instead of just saying Reebok, has his face in like a brown, in like a brown tannish color, and then on the back, like it says something, but the bottom is what I refer to as bubble gum. There's a bubble gum bottom there, which is also brown. The shoe's hot. Like if you're a fan of Gucci, which I can't afford it, but if you're a fan of Gucci, the colors are red and green. Anytime you see red and green, you automatically attributed that to Gucci. So red and green, that colorway is awesome. The shoe.
I see red and green, I think about Christmas.
I see where you're coming from, and maybe there's a slight variation. The shoe is supposed to be a colorway of the Mexican flag.
Yeah.
So if you look at the Mexican, like, I know there's so many greens, but if you look at the Mexican flag, do you see Christmas?
No.
Okay, and that's what I'm saying. When I look at that shade of green and red, I see Gucci. That's just me. But the shoe is awesome, dude. Like, I get the shoe. I would really get the shoe.
Of all people to get their own shoes in a car.
Man, I said the same thing.
He's moving on up in the world.
I said the same dang thing. I was reading the article, and they're like, yeah, the WWE's new shoe contract or something. They gave a shoe to Sin Cara.
Is he the only one?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get it. But the shoe is out. The shoe is hot. Even the box it comes with is totally different. He has his own shoe.
Cool. Yeah. Well, he beat the crap out of Baron Corbin this week too.
You gotta pump it, man, so people can buy those freaking shoes.
Yep.
Man. Okay, so besides Baron Corbin getting his butt kicked, what else we got on the blue?
We got a women's segment in the back, which was pretty pointless, other than the fact that I laughed because, like, it was Halloween and Ellsworth was dressed like a dog, and Carmella tells him to, Becky's doing this speech, and she asks if anybody has any questions, and Ellsworth starts talking or barking like a dog or something, and she's like, I thought you might say something. She grabs a spray ball and sprays him with water, and Carmella tells him to sit down.
Wow. This guy was facing AJ Styles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And he sent out a tweet how great it is to be on the road and be a part of WWE.
I truly believe he is having the best time of his life, man. I truly believe that. And he's very fortunate to do so.
Because he probably never thought in 1,000 years he'd ever be working for them.
True. Just from where he's come, though, man. That's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Yep. I'm gonna skip around a little bit because I want to come back to this other thing. Nakamura defeated Kevin Owens to win a spot on the SmackDown team.
Okay, I don't think Kevin Owens has ever beaten Nakamura on SmackDown, so I don't think that was a shocker. Go ahead.
All right, so you didn't watch SmackDown at all, did you?
Nah, I saw some of it. I didn't see all of it.
Did you see the New Day?
Yes, that's the part I saw. That was the part I saw. First of all, what was it good about that segment? Like, if anyone had a problem with that segment, don't turn on your TV anymore. Just don't do it. Like, that was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It was the brother love thing, because let's be honest. I had to look at it closely, or like wait till they kind of spoke to figure out if Xavier was brother love or Kofi was brother love.
Right.
The brother love thing was awesome. Akeem that was fantastic. And of
Yes.
course, Xavier as Jimmy Hart, it doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, he didn't even need a wig. That was his own hair he used.
That was awesome. That was awesome, dude.
And did you see the actual match between Rusev and Big E?
No, I didn't watch that because I had to go walk the dog. But I'm like, wow, that to me set up the match perfectly, because a Rusev versus Big E match in any other format probably wouldn't have been interested in it.
Right. So Big E's coming down to the ring, and he has the Akeem walk down pat. He's moving his arms and everything.
For real.
Funny. Yes.
Listen, when I saw him in that cloth dashiki, I was like, you gotta be kidding me, dude. They brought out Akeem. The brother love, that was crazy, man. And leave it up to New Day to come up with something creative like that, man.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal.
Yes. Speaking of phenomenal, good segue. We had AJ Styles defeating Samir Singh.
I hear that AJ Styles is going to get a WWE title shot pretty soon on live TV.
That would be next week.
Okay.
So the funny thing here is, originally on SmackDown, they announced Rusev versus AJ Styles, where the winner would be the final member of SmackDown. But now they're going to do this match. So that was pretty interesting. They changed it up. Does that mean Rusev automatically becomes the 5th member?
Probably so. Wait a minute, dude. Are we getting a tag team Blue Brand versus Raw match?
I don't know, because we need New Day on the card.
You dang right we do, right? I mean,
there's a chance they could do like a rematch between Rusev and Big E, and the winner of that gets in and Big E makes it on the team.
And then you kind of have Kofi and Xavier as his side pieces just hanging around the ring.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could do that for one show, I guess.
Yeah, you need New Day on the card, man. Let's just look at the size of the number of talent on Survivor Series so far. Last year, you had 5 dudes, 5 girls, and then 10 dudes in that tag team match, right?
Right. Well, it was 20 in all for both teams.
Well, yeah, show versus show. Right. You're really scaling that down if you're not doing the tag team match again. So
I think the reason they're not doing that is because Raw don't have enough tag teams.
Raw does have enough tag teams. You got 17 tag teams on Raw. You just don't show them, huh?
Who all do they have?
You got the Hardys if he's healthy. If Jeff is healthy, you got the Revival if one of them is healthy.
I don't think they're ready either.
You got the Colognes.
They're on SmackDown. You have Slater and Rhino, Gallows and Anderson, and the Shield.
And of course the Shield. Dang it! Yeah, that's true. Then that is true.
Unless they just make some makeshift teams, just to.
I mean, you got you don't even have the Mistral. It's not really a tag team. Wow, I didn't really pay attention to that, man. With the absences of the official tag teams and people doing singles matches and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got a lot of single talent on WWE Monday Night Raw.
Yep.
Maybe they can't do the tag team match, but yeah, like you said, hopefully Big E gets in, but you need the New Day on the card somewhere.
Yep, I agree.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. People need to get healthy quick.
I know it, they do. Especially the Revival. I'm ready to see them on the main roster. I'm scared if one of them comes back and the other one's going to get injured again.
Man, it's like a curse. Gotta be a curse.
It's sad. I mean, they were the big hot thing last year, and we haven't even seen hardly anything from them this year.
Yeah, the anticipation builds, right? Just to see what they can do and how fast they destroy people. And the Hardys are old, but that nostalgic act should end sometime around WrestleMania. So you're running out of time.
Yep.
Okay. With that said, man, are we done with SmackDown?
I believe so.
Let's move over to NXT. Now, we know NXT, it's on tape delay, basically. And we know pretty much what we're getting for the next NXT takeover. Any new developments to happen on NXT?
Well, let's see. We had Nikki Cross defeating Taynara Conti to settle that little feud, I guess we had. We had Mercedes Martinez. They showed an interview from her from last week after the Battle Royal, and she was throwing some shade at Ember Moon. So look for that in the future.
Okay, all right.
We had Fabian Eichner getting an upset win over Johnny Gargano.
Dang.
Yeah.
He's the one that does the top rope or side top rope backsplash, right?
Right.
Okay.
Then we got a a segment outside where the Street Profits are like going crazy over this car that's in the parking lot, and turns out that car belongs to Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss.
See, this is where you got to throw out this. It's a show and suspend your beliefs and everything. You got a Maserati and you're in NXT at the Performance Center.
Well, it makes sense for Sabatelli because he's had that football contract. Wasn't he part of the NFL at one time?
What was his real name? Like, I definitely don't remember a Sabatelli.
Oh, I don't remember. I remember they talked about it on Breaking Ground, that show that was on the network. That he was part of the NFL and something happened and he's not with them anymore.
Okay. Well, yeah, hey, maybe it does then. Maybe it does.
Although, do they share the car? I mean, how does that work?
For real, man. I don't know.
Is there more going on between those two than they're saying on TV?
Whoa. Where are you going with that? Wow. Okay.
Let's see. Also on NXT, we get Billie Kay and Peyton Royce making fun of Kairi Sane. Well, not really making fun of her, making fun of her gimmick.
Were they making fun of the fact that she's 73 years old?
No, only you do that. They'll leave that to you.
Were they making fun of the fact that their gym bag weighs more than Kairi Sane?
They might be making fun of that.
Okay, I'm just saying.
But next week we're getting Kairi versus Billie Kay.
Okay, I can't wait to see the elbow drop. She's a feather in the air.
Mm-hmm.
So it just looks awesome. It does. You got a 73-year-old woman flying through the air and hitting somebody with the lightest elbow drop possible. It's awesome.
And it kills them.
And it kills them. Yeah.
I mean, she just like she actually like walked up when they were making fun of her and showed the elbow. She stuck the elbow out and they just like freaked out and almost crapped themselves.
I still forgot who the guy was. I think Tanaka. I don't know why I want to say Tanaka.
Masato Tanaka.
Yeah, there it is. The ECW guy. When he would show that elbow, like it was over, man. And she's really grasped that and taken it to the next level. Or maybe she's got an elbow or a forearm like Lex Luger, you know?
Yeah.
Got a steel plate in there or something. You never know.
Or maybe she's getting skills how to use an elbow from Cassius Ohno, Chris Hero. That's his whole thing.
That is true. Very true. Very true.
Next thing, we had Andrade Almas attacking Drew McIntyre from behind and signing the contract to face McIntyre at TakeOver. But that was just a side story. The main story right there was Zelina Vega's dress she was wearing.
Thank you, Trent. Now, welcome to the freaking show. Welcome to the show, my friend. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yes. Did you watch NXT to see this dress?
I will definitely watch it now. I will definitely watch it now. I will YouTube it and add 1,000 views to the WWE network.
Yeah. And then in our main event, we had AOP versus Sanity in a no contest. Undisputed Era comes out. Roderick Strong comes out and they like he's going to join the Undisputed Era, but then he attacks him, and then Roderick Strong and the Authors of Pain clear the ring. And then Regal comes out and makes the WarGames announcement.
Okay, so what's the WarGames announcement? Or just the fact that there's a WarGames?
Yeah. I love how like they've been promoting it outside of like the TV, but like they haven't even said it on NXT TV until this week.
Yeah, that's the problem with spoilers. You know, you get news ahead of time, and that's why I was so shocked that they did a ton of these episodes ahead of time, man. So things leak out, and you're like, the one thing we were confused by, how in the world does AOP side with Roddy? Right? Like that didn't make any sense. So now you see it play out, and does it make sense? Maybe it doesn't make all that much sense, but
they don't really. He just come out there. I mean, why are they? You know, they're
still on the side. So we got WarGames, and hopefully we'll get more information on it. You have any spoilers on what the actual details will be?
Yes, I have the rules for WarGames.
Let's go.
All right, so all three teams will be contained inside separate shark cages by the entranceway, with one member from each team starting the match. After 5 minutes, the remaining members from one team will be released from their shark cage and allowed to enter the match. When another 3-minute period elapses, the remaining members from a second team, which is the third team, I guess you'd say, or something like that, are released from their shark cage and enter the match. Following another 3-minute period, the final team's members are released from their shark cage and enter the match. Once all three teams have entered the War Games match, a victory can be attained by pinfall or submission. Why do we need shark cages? The cage itself is supposed to keep them out.
This is
Was there a
something
discount on shark cages down in Orlando that
there
Triple H
is.
bought?
There is. There's a shark cage emporium next to the performance center. What is the fascination with NXT and shark cages?
Yeah, this will be what, the third match this year that's involved a shark cage?
And I think it started from NXT. It was with Paul Ellering. He was the first one.
Right.
Then you got Jericho. Then you got Enzo. And
I forgot about the Jericho one.
What is the fascination with these shark cages, man?
I have no idea.
And the shark. Okay, that I don't know what the fascination is with these shark cages, dude. I was thinking
Triple H has a shark cage fetish. Maybe that's where him and Stephanie get it on or something.
Is it Shark Week during the Houston pay-per-views or what? Like what?
I don't know.
Okay, I mean either way, you're gonna get just staggered entrances, and I still forgot how this thing ends, man. Like there's no pinfall or anything. Somebody needs to be knocked out, or
no, there is on this one.
What do you do?
You can pin people on this one.
But you can't pin them until everyone has entered the ring, right?
Right.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But one person from each team starts, and then after so long, both of the other members enter the cage instead of just one. So you're going to have like a 3-on-1 at one point. Like, why do they not just do it like individually? Like one of each team starts, and then one comes in, then another comes in. What did
the original War Games do? Like they started with one from each team,
right? See, they've never done it with three different teams.
Well, yeah, they never had to do it. And so what? One by one, every minute or 2 minutes, somebody entered, right?
Yeah, it was like 5 minutes for the first period. Then they do a coin toss, which the heels always won, and then they would enter one by one until the end.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm interested. Yeah. I'm intrigued. I just want to see what it looks like because, man, even back then, you kind of get wrapped up in it, but it's not going to end until the last person's in there,
Right.
And there may be some funny business with the last person or something. He may turn on them or whatever. So you're going to be waiting for everyone to show up. The staggered entrances, I don't know, man. I'm guessing we're going to wait for Sanity last, right?
I don't know, I guess.
I mean, obviously the Undisputed Era would win the first coin flip, I guess.
Probably, yeah.
Then AOP comes in there, and then Sanity cleans out. I don't know. We don't even know who the true faces are in this thing, man. It's just so weird.
Well, I guess Sanity's definitely all faces, and then Authors of Pain is heels, and Roddy's a face, and then Undisputed Era are the heels.
Makes for an interesting
matchup, so we have a face team, a heel team, and a team that's mixed with faces.
Yeah, it's a bag of goods, man. It's a mixed bag of everything that you could want. At the end of the day, it's going to be a lot of talent in there. Obviously Roddy starts it off, right? But then AOP comes in and just wrecks shop.
Right. So they're saying one from each team has to start. So I would imagine that'd be what Roddy, Eric, and either probably Fish or O'Reilly.
Yeah, and see that I could see why the first staggered entrance is like 5 minutes, because imagine Roddy, Eric Young, and Adam Cole in the ring at the same time. That would be awesome.
Yeah. I don't think it'll be Adam. I think they'll stay
cower? Yeah, like you think he would cower away and let Fisher or O'Reilly do it?
Yeah, I think O'Reilly will do it.
Okay, I got you.
And then you would have the time run out and have Fish and Cole come in first.
Okay, and then AOP and then Sanity, or Sanity then AOP?
I guess it don't really matter that way.
Well,
I guess I would probably do Sanity first, because the War Games always ended with the baby faces coming in last. So I guess Sanity would be last.
Yeah. I'm thinking it doesn't even matter when AOP comes in, they're gonna wreck shop.
Yeah.
Depending on how big the cages are, you got 2 rings. But depending on how the cages are, AOP has never shied away from physical activity with tables and all this other stuff. You can do some crazy things when they get in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was kind of hoping with it being Survivor Series weekend that they would do it instead of having to wait for everybody to get in, you could eliminate people while you're in the match. But I guess that'd be too much coming and going, too much confusion.
Yeah, this match is since it's not a traditional War Games match, just the order, like you literally want to see if it's going to be a cluster or not. Let's be honest. But in everything that the NXT has done tag team wise, it's come off awesome. Like you got to give it to them. It's come off awesome. Other than the original Shark Cage.
Right.
Hopefully they don't.
Actually it's kind of a shame that they didn't do this match with the Revival, since like the Revival are like this day's Arn and Tully.
Who would the Revival be with?
I don't know. They would have had somebody.
The whole 3-on-3 concept just throws me off. Like that, and I understand you don't have a foursome in NXT, but man, the War Games was set up with 4 people, with staggered entrances and everything like that. The 3-on-3, it's a new element, but it's a little weird element when you have a group that's forced to be together, like AOP and Roddy.
Yeah. And actually, I was wrong. They have done the 3-on-3 before. It was the 1998 version of the War Games, and it was just as confusing. Did
they do the same way with the staggered entrances? The whole team comes in, or is it one by one by one by one by one?
One by one.
Okay.
I think they started with 2, and then like when the time ran out, the third team's person come out, and then they would go one by one.
Okay. Listen, it's gonna be awesome either way. Mm-hmm. I'm intrigued to see it. I hope it doesn't suck. Man, I hope it doesn't.
What I really wish they would do, but they ain't gonna do it because Vince ain't had War Games on WWE for this long, is actually like get it so chaotic for the Raw and SmackDown thing that they make that match a War Games match.
That could be interesting. That could be very interesting.
Because I mean, they'd already had the cage in the other ring there.
Is it in the same venue?
I think so.
Yeah, that would be a little different to see.
Then it'd be more like the traditional War Games.
What? How so?
Because you'd have the 2 teams of 5.
Very true. That would be that would be something. Because you got on Saturday night, you got 2 rings. You're looking at 2 rings. And let's be honest, we're getting back to the days where NXT is the better show on Saturday versus the pay-per-view. But it adds a different element to it. So if on Sunday they still need to step it up, man. Like they got to do something. They got to do something, dude.
Yeah. And I would imagine this War Games match headlines instead of the NXT title match. Yeah,
you're going to put Drew McIntyre on the back burner. Sorry, Drew McIntyre, but...
Sorry, Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
But they could have Selena Vega out there the whole night, somehow.
I wouldn't mind Selena Vega, being, having the NXT...
The referee for all the matches.
I'm not saying that. I wouldn't mind NXT being in, picture-in-picture and just her just walking around.
Yeah.
That's just me. That's just me, though. Okay, dude. Looks like, are we done with NXT? I mean, we've definitely went over War Games extensively. Okay. We got all the firings out of the way. We got most of the extra news. What's going on with Dancing with the Stars?
Oh, Dancing with the Stars had a surprise double elimination this week, and Nikki Bella fell victim to it. So Nikki Bella has been eliminated.
A surprise double elimination?
Yeah. So basically, they didn't tell anybody that it was going to be a double before the night. And right when he went to read the results, he told us this surprise double elimination.
But was she that bad, or are we getting to the final stages where you got to score 10s and stuff?
There was a guy that should have went home, Drew. I forgot his last name. He's he's on one of those home design shows. He's got a twin brother.
Oh, okay, yeah, the flip houses type thing.
Yeah, he is really bad, and I don't know how in the world he's still in there.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah,
but no, that's what I'm saying. Did it come down to a points thing?
I'm not sure how they do their votes, because they have audience votes, but then they also have judge votes. So I don't know. Somehow they have some kind of formula that they do that gets them who's eliminated each week.
Okay. But Bionic Boobs is gone, right?
Yep, she's gone.
And Nick Lachey's wife is gone.
Yes, Vanessa Lachey was the other victim of the double elimination.
Who we still got? We still got Terrell Owens. We still got Frankie.
Right. We still got Lindsey Sterling. We got Victoria Arlen, which was the girl that couldn't walk for a long time.
Yeah, definitely.
And we have the Drew guy that I don't like. And
wow. Okay.
One more.
He can fix your house up, man. He can remodel your home.
Yeah. I mean, as long as he's doing that and not dancing, he should have, been gone already. But
all right.
And Jordan Fisher, who's from that play Hamlet or whatever. He used to be on Disney Channel.
Hamilton?
Hamilton. Did I say Hamlet?
Yeah, you did. I
I
mean, that's a play too. I just,
yeah, wrong one though.
Okay, man. But we're still. I was still riding with Terrell Owens. Who you got now that Nikki Bella's gone?
I'm gonna go with Jordan.
Okay, cool. Let's turn it over to Survivor Triple H.
Oh yes. And
Wait. This is the second time that you're reading results with like a long sigh. Is everything okay over there?
Not in my reality TV world. No, it's not this week. Having a down week this week.
It's reality, Trent.
Oh yeah, I know, but still. And that's not even counting the challenge where my favorites went home too.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah, let's get into it, man.
Yeah, so on Survivor we had Allie going home. My beautiful Allie. The only one out there that's been out there for 15 or 16 days, and everybody else is starting to wear on them, and you can tell they're starting to look rough. Allie didn't. She looked just as good as she did the day one. She walked on that beach.
She still
didn't smell as good, but she did look as good.
Oh, well, you know it's some rank cooch out there, but like she didn't, like she still look hot.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I told you to tell me when any of them get a nice hot tan going.
Yeah.
Let me know when the show airs.
Yeah, so she went home because the person that she trusted turned his back on her and voted her out.
I'm pretty sure he's not a fan of yours, or you're
I'm
not a fan
of his.
Yeah, there you go. So where are you with your draft picks?
We are tied now.
Son of a gun! Wait a minute. I was up 1 last week. What happened? What now?
You lost Allie.
Oh, I thought Allie was on. I knew she was on my team, but for some reason I figured she was on your team. With the way that you think it's so bad, I thought she was.
Although I don't wish. I mean, I wish she was still there, but you know.
Son of a gun. Okay. All right. I got to start tuning in. Tuning in. I got to check on my team, man. I got to build morale. That's what it is. We all need to go out for a nice granola bar dinner.
I wish you would have built morale before this week, so she wouldn't have went home.
We need to do something, man. Like we need to collect seashells by the seashore. See what I did there? And just do something, man. I don't know what's going on, but I can't afford to lose to Trent. I can't.
And although last night I was sad about her leaving, I did get her to like one of my tweets last night.
Okay. Now Trent, do they are they allowed to speak on like the remaining participants? Or no, is this live or is this taped?
No, it's taped. It's taped like way long time ago. Well, not way, but like sometime last year probably. Or earlier this year.
So she knows who won.
No, you don't know who won yet. They do that part live.
Okay. All right, cool. Nicely done, my friend.
Yep. And on the challenge, my girl Jenna and her other best buddy Kayla got eliminated also. So this was not a good week in reality TV for me. Every single person I was rooting for went home.
Wait a minute, what do we have? Just dudes left?
No, I mean there's still girls left, but
not the hot ones. That's what you wanted to say. That's exactly what you wanted to say.
Yeah.
Not the hot ones.
I'm waiting on them to have a reality show where Carly Gray's on one of them. Put her on Dancing with the Stars.
Welcome to
Although it's owned by Disney, I don't think they would approve.
Did you say Disney? Let's move on. So did we cover everything?
I believe so. Oh, I was going to tell you. So the challenge is having a spinoff thing. It's called like Pros versus something, Champs versus Stars or something.
Okay, wait.
It's hosted by The Miz.
Wait. Are we talking about Survivor still? Or are we talking about like Real World or something?
The challenge, yeah, Real World. The challenge.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yes, so they're having a side spinoff show. It's called like Champs versus Stars or something like that. The Miz is hosting, but guess who else is on this show?
John Cena.
Our favorite, Cameron from
Are you serious?
WWE.
Wow.
For what? I have no clue.
That's different. Listen, no.
She'll be on there with Riff Raff.
No, we wished her good luck in her future endeavors, and she's found a way to remain relevant. Yeah, to get back on TV. So nicely
done, Cameron. Moves up to the Miz and get back in WWE.
I wouldn't knock it. I wouldn't knock it, but we will see. Good luck to her. That's gonna be different. I'm sorry to say she has a cute face, man, but I want to see her get some breast augmentations. That's just me.
Aren't you still with that guy? that Vinny guy.
What the Vinny got? What do you mean?
That was with her on Total Divas.
Oh, I wasn't watching Total Divas when she was on. Like the only thing I saw was when the Bellas played a prank on her and took one of her cutlets away, so she didn't have tits
Right.
going. Like she stuffed her bra with tissue or something like that.
Yeah. And Total Divas was back this week. That was a good thing.
Yeah, you finally had the first episode, right?
Yeah, I did.
I saw like the trailer. Nia Jax is introducing herself, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm literally the first plus size woman on WWE or something like that."
Right, something like that. Yeah. So they have Maurice, like, she was supposed to be the villain last season, but it never really took off. This season, they're cranking it up on her being the complete villain on this show.
Okay. Do we get interaction with Nia and Alexa?
Oh, we got a little bit, not much. Alexa didn't have a big part on this season, on this episode. But the only highlight for Alexa we had was finding out she had a shirt that says, I need a coffee as big as my butt. And then Nia told her, yeah, but your butt ain't that big.
You would have bought the shirt.
Probably.
You would have bought the shirt.
And yeah, like Nia, she's always like joking with Alexa, like doing short jokes and everything.
What? Really?
Yeah, but they get along, and it's like a friendly thing, nothing malicious.
That's cool. And do we get Nia Jax in regular clothes?
Yeah.
Nicely done there.
I think she was in regular clothes on this one.
So she's not always
the only
ready
time
to go.
she was only on the screen, except for like the little confessional thing,
Yeah.
was backstage at Raw. So I don't think she was in her regular clothes on this episode.
Dude, listen, like I wasn't really prepping a joke there, but I wonder how they're going to present that, man. Because when you look at the WWE, Raw, SmackDown, it doesn't even matter. They're so image conscious, man.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a plus size woman, a beautiful plus size woman, light and fluffy.
Right.
She's a normal woman. She probably looks like some of the women that come to the show. I mean, well,
Yeah.
she's considerably taller, but I wonder how they're going to showcase her on the show. We're not going to see her in swimsuits. Like, we're not going to see that.
Right.
But we don't need
to see Alexa in a swimsuit. I was disappointed. We had a pool party at I think one of the Bella's house, and Alexa was there, and she wasn't even really in a swimsuit that much. Or she was in one, and she had like one of those shirts on, like the
Yeah. Does she still wear training, bro? Like, is she
No,
A+?
she probably don't. No.
Is she a A+ for a reason, Trent?
No.
Okay.
But even if she is, at least she's got the backside.
Hashtag biscuit butt.
Yep.
With that, man, I think we got to end the show.
Yep.
Ladies, gents, listeners of the Wrestling Fans Podcast, thank you for listening. Make sure that you hit us up on our social media platforms, and here they are. Definitely hit us up on our official Twitter page for the show, which is
at TWF_podcast.
If you have a biscuit butt, a body like Carly Gray, or a nice smile, let's be honest, make sure that you slide into Trent's DMs.
Like Allie had. Allie off Survivor.
And she's gone. She's gone. Make sure you tweet Trent at
MTW3589.
And as always, you can tweet me at BangEm South. Make sure to follow, retweet, check us out on Twitter. Trent's definitely getting likes from Carly Gray every single day.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have Carly Gray on the show pretty soon. We have to.
Oh my God! Can you imagine? I'd probably be speechless. I wouldn't know what to say.
What is the point of having her on the show if you're not gonna say anything? What?
Well, I get starstruck. In this case, I'll be porn starstruck.
How are you going to? Wow. How are you going to talk to her on Twitter but not talk to her on the show?
Well, it's easy to type stuff. It's easier to type stuff than it is to talk.
Okay, on the show, when she appears on the show, you can type it into our chat and I'll say it.
Okay. You can be the Drew Gulak to my Enzo Amore.
There you go. Carly Gray, make sure you hit us up on Facebook, and everyone else hit us up on Facebook. Facebook.com/TWF podcast. You can view all the videos there. You can view all the love for Carly Gray and Keisha Gray and pretty much any XXX chick that has the last name Gray. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Make sure that you subscribe, listen,
or
enjoy, or Marie. I'm just throwing that out there. We could go all day. Yeah. But make sure that you subscribe, listen, laugh, enjoy. Definitely subscribe, though. Get our views up on YouTube at our YouTube channel, The Wrestling Fans Podcast. Get our views up there and subscribe there. Stay tuned in to the TWF Podcast with all of our playlists, with all of our weekly episodes, funny little videos that we have on there. But definitely stay tuned to the boys at TWF. Trent,
Yes.
plug your site.
My thoughts on pro wrestling.blogspot.com. I have nothing new on there right now. I'm still working on this list. I got it to the top 10, and I'm like, I think I need like numbers 3 through 6 that I'm trying to work on, trying to arrange the right way. So I had my top 2 already locked.
3 through 6, though?
Yeah, I don't have those locked yet.
Do you have 4 guys to four gals? Four guys.
4 guys, yeah.
Okay. You're just trying to make the final adjustments on the points, right?
Right. I'm just trying to figure out who I want where.
Okay. Nicely done, man. Nicely done. I still need to do mine, but yeah, I want to see if you can finish yours. That'll be cool.
Yeah.
Okay. With that said, Trent, as always, man, it was a pleasure. Thank you for joining.
Mm-hmm.
And for everyone else listening, thank you for participating as well. We will talk to you guys next week. Trent, it was a pleasure, man. I'll talk to you next week, my friend.
#Alley for Survivor All Stars.